Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Surplus Nut bringing a couple of videos on a few comments that they've left me regarding the accuracy of the Jugo Sniper SKS M-59 66 that I did. I mean, this is not something that you will go out and buy it this way. This is something that if you do have a Jugo M-59 66 or the 6681, you can go ahead and you know, do a little project with it and you know, make it shoot a lot better than they normally do. And please guys, don't leave me again a stupid comment. There's been a few there, and all I've done, I've erased them. Some guy telling me that Jugo SKS, the M-59 66, is not a sniper rifle. You know, I know that. If you guys have watched my other videos on this weapon, how I started off by putting all these components on this SKS, you can see that it was basically a video letting everybody know that yes, these rifles originally they were not meant to be a sniper rifle. But how many guys out there, they'll try to get the receiver cover that comes with the Weaver Picatinny rail type already built into the receiver cover, and they try to scope on it. You know, they try to put a scope on it, and you know, they try to scope on SKS, and that's your most common scope mount, is the receiver cover type, which is not very sturdy, very solid, because a lot of times when you get those, depending who you buy it from, there's like two little prongs here in the front of the receiver cover, like two little tips, and they tell you to file those down to get a perfect snug fit on your receiver cover. If you do it right, yeah, it fits a little bit snug, but after a long time with the recoil and the bolt slamming back to the receiver, even though definitely it will help to put a recoil buffer on the receiver cover inside. I will be showing you guys that type of receiver cover scope mount on the second part of this video, just so you guys can see the different options. That's one of them. The other one will be to put a scope on your rear leaf sight, which is more like a scout type of mount. Then again, I have not experienced with those, so I don't know how sturdy they are. But basically where I want to get to is that a lot of people, you know, they start off getting one of these Jugoslavian SKS M-59 66, and they will go ahead and they'll try to put a scope on it. Once they put a scope on it, if you're gonna shoot this thing off a bench on a table at the range, you're gonna have to have some type of support. So people will probably shoot it off a sandbag, any type of front support. And by the time you're done with it, you know, if there's some type of bipod that you can install, they're maybe shooting it off a sandbag, you might not be very experienced shooting off just having the butt end of the rifle resting on your shoulder, and then you realize you probably need a rear sandbag. Now you have a scope on your SKS, you have a obviously some means of supporting that scope on it, which is, I mean, whether it's the receiver covers scope mount, the rear leaf, or the permanently, like the one I have, the drill and tap one. Now you're shooting on a table at the range. Now you have a front bag, rear bag. Believe it or not, I mean, you're basically doing sniper work. Yeah, you're shooting, you're doing target practice or whatever at the range, but that's pretty much it, guys. You know, think about it, you know. Yeah, snipers, they're out in the jungle, they're out in urban areas, rural areas, you know, in Iraq, Middle East, wherever they have to do their job, but they're pretty much shooting off the same platform. So when I did this to my SKS, just to give it a you know, terminology, I said, well, you know, my Jugo Sniper SKS M-59 Right away, I got a couple of comments. You know, guy being smart about it. Well, you know what? A Yugoslavian SKS was never a sniper rifle. You know, that huge scope on it looks dumb like you. Listen, I just completely blocked these people from my channel. They won't be able to get on it again. And you know, let's not be stupid, you know. I mean, think about it. All right, most people, they will do things like this to most surplus rifles. Okay, for instance, you get a Schmidt-Rubin K31, okay, like, and you put a mount on there like the one I have, the St. Mary scope mount. I've seen those rifles, the K31s, where they have bipods for them, you know, and you're shooting it off a table. More or less, what is that? You have turned that rifle basically into a sniper rifle. You know, yeah, that you want to call it something else, it's up to you. I respect that, you know, that whatever you might want to call it. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out of the way before we continue, because I don't want to, after this videos and the other ones that I'm going to make, to have some, you know, stupid comments on there. Well, you know what, you keep on doing these videos calling your SKS a sniper SKS. Guys, please, all right. And a lot of the guys that they've left me comments like that, I've gone to their channels, and for the most part, or for sure, I mean, they don't have nothing like this. So I don't know if they're envious, you know, they're jealous, or whatever the case may be. But you know, maybe that's why they leave it, you know. But this is something that anybody could do, and the reason I'm making this video is for the guys that have left me those comments on there, on accurizing your Jugo SKS sniper platform. That's actually what I'm gonna name this videos, the couple videos I'm gonna make on this, and accurizing of the Jugo SKS M-59 sniper platform. Because yes, this rifle, believe it or not, they can be very accurate. Okay, I get with this weapon about 2.5-inch groups, doing like three shot groups. Like I've said in other videos, if you guys watch my channel, you've gone to my different channels and you've really gone through my videos, I think in some of them, whether it might be this one on this rifle or my bench rest custom rifle, or my other tactical sniper Savage, or my CZ550, I think I talk a lot about the different groups and the different terminologies and different ways that you will check a rifle for accuracy. And the best way, and this is done even by all manufacturers, when they sell you a rifle, if it's a high-end gun rifle, you will get it, and most of them will send you the group, the target, the paper, the target, and it shows how that rifle grouped when they tested it at the factory. I know ZZ does that, and also Savage. Okay, and most manufacturers, they test their rifles based on a 3-shot group. Okay, many people have asked me, what is a 3-shot group? Well, It is done at 100 yards, and you shoot 3 rounds, 3 shots into, let's say, a small dot, like let's say a 1-inch target dot, okay? And you measure your group to see how accurate that gun is. Okay, the tighter the group, I don't want to get into the formula of measuring with a caliper. Maybe some other time I'll make a video on that just to show you guys to measure the actual group with the caliper, dividing it by the caliber of the rifle, and that actually tells you the size of your group. Okay, basically it's very simple, guys. Let's not get very technical on this. Okay, the tighter the group, the more accurate the rifle is. Okay, what you want to achieve is what they call a one hole, meaning one hole that you can either put 3 to 5 shots inside one bullet hole. Okay, when you hear that terminology, a one hole rifle, okay, meaning that that rifle shoots constantly most of the time, okay, 3 to 5 shots out of a cold bore into one hole. Like when you make your first shot and that little hole, most likely it'll open up a little bigger, but it'll look like one ragged hole, okay, the size of a dime, the most a nickel, if you get to like maybe up to 5 shots. After that, your barrel's gonna warm up. You need to let your rifle cool down, okay, and that's how you test accuracy. It is done at 100 yards. Anything above 100 yards, 200, 300, 400, and the further you go, the more your groups are going to open up. There's no way you're going to shoot at 800 yards and have 5 shots into one dime or a nickel-sized dot. There's just no way. Okay? It just doesn't happen. Their accuracy is measured, like let's say how many, like trying to get 5 shots into the size of, let's say, a quarter or the size of a lemon target dot, so you guys can get the idea. Okay, as you go further, your groups are going to open up. Obviously, the further you go, the tighter it stays, the more accurate the rifle. But most manufacturers and everybody, they measure their accuracy of their rifle by the size of the group, and it's normally done. Manufacturers of different rifles, Remington, Savage, all them, they normally gonna do it with a 3-shot group. They'll shoot 3 times and make like a little kind of like a triangle, little clover leaf pattern if it's, you know, okay, or it might even be tighter than that at 100 yards. How I test it, I shoot 5 rounds, because really after the 3rd round your barrel starts picking up temperature, and basically on your 4th or 5th round, that's when you're really testing the rifle to see if it stays really tight. Alright guys, so we're gonna pick it up here where we're leaving off on the second part of this video. Check you guys out later.